What's up, my horror movie fans? This is the Horror Movie Freak here, back at it again with another video for you guys tonight. And tonight, holy cow, it's been a while since I've last done a video. I know I've been kind of slacking as of late. The last video I did was my entire horror movie collection video that I did months back. I think, yeah, 3 months ago. Um, but I'm back better than ever. Cannot wait to get back to doing videos for you guys. It has been a while since I've last done them, so thank you again for the continued support. Tonight, I thought I would do my top 5 favorite standalone slashers of the 80s. I love slasher movies. They're really, really good. Some are fun, some are kind of obscure, some are a bit cheesy and hokey in places. But tonight I have 5 that I know you guys will know and love. Um, Definitely would recommend checking these movies out if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So at number 5, I went with a movie that I thought was criminally underrated, and rightfully so by many. I don't know why people don't really recognize this movie or give the movie its props that it deserves. But at number 5, I'm going to go with Intruder. This is a solid 80s slasher. This came out in 1989. I'm looking for the Synapse Blu-ray release, but that is really expensive. So I went with the 30th anniversary edition by Full Moon. Awesome movie. This is about a supermarket that's closing down for good, but the problem is there's a killer on the loose in this movie. Absolutely love it. The setting is great. The kills are absolutely fantastic. Some really good kills in it, with the meat hook and all that. Very, very good. It also has Bruce Campbell of The Evil Dead in it, but he's not till the end of the movie, and that's where people kind of gripe and holler, because people say that Bruce Campbell should have been in the movie a bit longer. In my opinion, it was perfect, because Bruce Campbell had a very vital role towards the end of the movie where he plays the cop. He eventually shows up and arrests last two alive because they thought they were the killer, and the killer was actually the shop owner. So, very, very good. Renee Esteves was really good playing in this movie. Elizabeth Cox, Danny Hicks, David Burns, Renee Esteves with Sam Raimi, Albie Moore, Tom Lester, and the legend himself, Emil Sitka. If you don't know who Emil Sitka is, he acted in vaudeville a little bit. He was in the Three Stooges. He did great in this movie. Definitely would recommend this one. So number 5 is Intruder from 1989. Get the Full Moon DVD if you haven't already, because it's awesome, and I absolutely love that cover art. So number 5 is Intruder. Number 4 is a movie that I really don't have to talk about. You're gonna have to excuse the Walmart sticker. I didn't get it at Walmart. I got it off eBay, admittingly. But with this movie, I don't need to say much. Number 4, so I'm just gonna hold it up. Number 4 from 1981, My Bloody Valentine. Don't need to say much about this movie. Everyone and their mother should know My Bloody Valentine. One of the best horror movies to come out in the 80s. It talks about a small town, Valentine's Bluff, who's getting ready for their Valentine's Day bash or party. And there's a killer on the loose donning a coal miner's outfit. Really awesome movie. I love the kills in the movie. The suspense is excellent. It takes it a while for it to get going, but once it gets going, it never slows down. I love the laundromat scene in this movie where the woman reads the card, and I think it goes like, roses are red, violets are blue, 5 are dead and so are you. Something along those lines. But I love that kill in this movie. Love the ending. The ending was really, really creepy. But yeah, definitely recommend this one. I have the DVD here that has the never before seen deleted footage actually spliced back into the movie. You can watch this movie with the deleted footage or without. It's still good either way. It's still a classic. So number 4, My Bloody Valentine from 1981, directed by George Mihalik. I don't even know how to pronounce his name, but yeah, awesome film. Love it. Definitely recommend it. Number 3, in my opinion, is another movie that, in my opinion, doesn't get the props that it deserves. And to me, it's one of the best. Another one that came out in 1981. The next 3 that I showed, or that I'm going to show, are from 1981. My Bloody Valentine came out in 1981, and so did this one. Number 3, my pick for number 3 is The Prowler, aka Rosemary's Killer. This is a really good one. I wouldn't say it's great or fantastic because it takes a while for it to get going. It's one of the best ones in my opinion. One of the best slashers to come out in the 80s. If it wasn't, then it wouldn't be in this list. Talks about Avalon Bay in 1945, where everyone's getting ready for their graduation dance, and young Rosemary and her date are murdered by a guy in a military outfit, kind of a camouflage. Like, what? I don't know if I should have showed this at the beginning, but this is my Hammer House of Horror Frankenstein shirt. I should have showed that at the beginning, but just to keep with the horror movie theme and the horror movie freak theme for the channel. Anyways, off topic, back to this movie. So yeah, Avalon Bay, 1945, where Rosemary and her date are killed by somebody in a camouflage outfit, or in a military outfit like this. The film itself is really good. I love the kills in it. Especially the one where he covers the dude's mouth and stabs the knife through his head. Absolutely amazing. Tom Savini, the legend himself, Tom Savini did the makeup effects for this movie. He's a legend. I would definitely recommend this one. The Prowler from 1981. This is also known as Rosemary's Killer. I think this is a sequel to Rosemary's Baby or something along those lines, but if you can somehow track down this movie and watch it, definitely do. Great movie. I wouldn't say it's great, or I wouldn't say it's fantastic because it takes a while for it to transition, or it takes a while for it to get into the movie, but when it does, it never stops. Definitely recommend The Prowler from 1981. If you can find it, the Blue Underground DVD for The Prowler. But like I said, I definitely recommend The Prowler. 1981. Moving on. 1981. I actually just got done watching this movie for like the second or third time. I can't get enough of it. I don't need to say much about it, so I'm just going to hold it up. Number 2, I have it from Scream Factory, and this Blu-ray is fantastic. Number 2 is The Burning. Now, I've mentioned before in my top 5 must-see horror movies, I ranked this number 1, and I say it's a number 1 must-see in my opinion because it's excellent. It does take a while for it to get going, but once it gets going, it really never lets up. This is an awesome camp-themed slasher that I would prefer to watch over the Friday the 13th films. Unpopular opinion, but I know a lot of people love the Friday the 13th movies because of the camp setting, but this one had a much better camp setting. This is talking about a group of campgoers who light the counselor on fire, Cropsey, played by Lou David, and he exacts his revenge on the campgoers. There's a really cool scene in this movie where the campgoers are rowing out on a raft, And when they get to the boat, you see Cropsy come up with like big shears and he starts stabbing and slitting everyone's throats, cutting everyone's heads. A very brutal kill, and I love the ending to this movie. Funny enough, we were supposed to get a sequel to this movie, supposedly with Ernest Borgnine, and it was supposed to be called The Burning 2, Cropsy's Revenge, or something along those lines. And it's a dang shame that we did not get that movie. We should have gotten it, because this is one heck of a slasher movie. Like I said, I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray, and this is the version I recommend. Definitely would recommend it. This is an awesome slasher here from the 80s. Awesome. The Burning, 1981. I recommend it. I could sit here and talk about it all night. I could literally sit here and talk about The Burning. But do yourself a favor. Go find this movie. Go watch it. Just watch it. The Burning, 1981. I want to give a quick honorable mention to another 80s slasher that didn't really make this list. Motel Hell. That's a fun one. I'm not going to go into detail about that movie, but I would definitely recommend it. Alright, number one, in my opinion, is... This was close between The Burning and this pick. I literally thought The Burning would outdo this pick, in my opinion, but to me, it was just something about this movie that kept drawing me back to the film itself, and I have to put it... I put it on my number one for a reason. Number one, from 1980, absolutely love this one. Number one from 1980. I got tongue tied. Sorry, from 1980. Number one, Maniac. Goodness, man, goodness. I got tongue tied on that one. I am so sorry, but yeah, number one from 1980. My number one pick is Maniac. My favorite standalone slasher of the 80s. I absolutely love Maniac. This is an awesome film. I love it. Freaking Joe Spinell, Carolyn Monroe. Like I said, this movie's about Joe Spinell's character Frank, who goes on a killing spree, and he eventually falls in love with a photographer played by Carolyn Monroe. It's kind of a slow burn, kind of a slasher, but it's not that much of a slow burn, unlike The Burning, which was like a very slow burn. To me, this is a much better burn, a much better build-up. Excuse me. Try my best not to yawn, but fantastic movie. I love it. I love the kills. I love the opening sequence in this movie where Frank literally kills two people, and then it transitions to his bedroom. Love it. I love the scene where Tom Savini himself, he plays himself in the movie. Frank literally goes up into the hood of his car with Frank in it. He's holding a gun, looks right at, Tom's character, pulls the trigger and blows his face off. Fantastic. And I'm going to say the same thing like this movie with The Burning. This was supposedly getting a sequel to this movie, but unfortunately Joe Spinell died, so that was never done. They did eventually remake this, and I hear the remake is a lot better, but I'll have to see for myself. I love this movie. This is the Blue Underground DVD for this movie, and I love that cover. Very good. The kills are brutal in this movie. I love the setting. It's very gritty and grimy. It's one I can watch over and over, and I absolutely love the ending where Frank just gets killed, like I think like the dolls that he made. A fantastic film. So definitely recommend this one. Number one, Maniac from 1980. Alright guys, that's it. Those are my top 5 favorite standalone slashers of the 80s. If you want to see the 70s, let me know. Or if you want to leave your list of your top 5 favorite standalone slashers of the 80s, or if you want to do your top 10, drop them in the comments. I'd love to read them. So once again, thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, scare the like button, leave your comments, but above all else, subscribe to the channel. The channel's almost at 80 subscribers, so thank you once again. Turn on the bell for all notifications so that way you don't miss any more videos like this in the near future. Thank you guys very much for watching. This is the Horror Movie Freak, signing off.